I'm Karin Green. I work in the human resources area. I've joined Schneider in 1998, and I've worked in human resources ever since I've been here. Prior to Schneider, I worked in human resources at county government, and prior to that in human resources at a bank. So all told, I have about 25 plus years in human resources. I can't believe I can actually say that, but I've had the opportunity to work as an HR business partner with a number of different areas across the organization, and currently work in employment law compliance and work with our human capital processes. How I got involved in the Women's Network, I had the opportunity in 2006 to work with Gail McNutt, who used to be a senior leader here at Schneider, and she had the opportunity to go to GE for a women's conference, and came back just really energized and inspired, and thought that having a women's network at Schneider would be really beneficial. And I was working with Gail at the time. She was my mentor, so we took that on as a project. We invited Joy Langgrader in as well into our small group, and then did really a lot of work benchmarking and researching and thinking about what would a women's network look like in the Schneider culture. We had a steering committee, so we got lots of input from different folks. Ultimately, we got approval from the operating committee that was in place at the time, and had an executive sponsor, got started with a pilot year, and really proved that there was an interest and a demand in our organization. And we have moved past that pilot year and have been a functioning group or organization in the organization since 2007. So really intentional, really sort of planful, just an awful lot of work. And the folks that are involved are all doing it because they have a passion for the work, and are really volunteers over and above their day jobs with Schneider. The Women's Network has sponsored events and activities, book reviews. It's really a great opportunity to get involved. We have had a wide variety of presenters and workshops and speakers, and it's a great opportunity to network. If you have not been able to attend one of the sessions, I think the resources on the intranet that we have are great resources for you. And there's all sorts of reasons why people may not see the original event. Perhaps there's coverage needs in your area. Perhaps the topic that we targeted wasn't meaningful for you at the time. But as you continue to grow and evolve, perhaps it is now. So we are really intentional about what we place on the intranet, and want to make sure that we have resources available for everybody to take advantage of. And I'd really encourage you, if you haven't checked out the resources, to do that. And use them in your own individual development. If you happen to be a people leader, use them with your teams. And I think you'll find that there's a lot of great information out there. Even if it appears a bit dated, we try to make sure that our resources are timeless or stand the test of time. So I'd encourage you to check them out. In terms of factors for my success, I think about a couple key things. I really think that feedback is a gift, and I'd encourage everybody to think about feedback as a gift. If somebody has taken the time to give you feedback, they have seen something in you that you could do differently or perhaps could improve. I think that taking accountability is key. If it's something that didn't go well, taking accountability for that also is just as important. For me personally, I happen to be quite detail oriented, but I think paying attention to the details is really important, because that's where things are missed. And I think that there really aren't any victims. I think it's really important for you to have a mentality of looking at any situation, saying, what can I control, what can I impact, and then knowing that I'm going to do something to move the particular situation or issue forward, because there's always something that I can control. I think those are the keys.